children, today I am going to discuss about settlement. Now let me first tell you what is a settlement. A settlement is any kind of dwelling house where people live. It may be small or big, ranging from a single house to a large house. When man had not learned to build houses, he lived in natural shelters such as caves. These caves came to be known as first human settlement. Today, our towns and cities have multi-storied buildings, broad roads, well-planned drainage systems and various other facilities. Temporary and permanent settlement. A settlement may be temporary or permanent depending on the length of time for which it is continuously in use. Temporary settlements are those that are occupied for a short period and then abandoned permanently for a long period. The cave dwellings of early people are examples of such settlement, whereas most of the settlements we see around us are permanent settlements. Such settlements are not abandoned and remain continuously in use for many years. Nucleated settlement, a settlement in which buildings are located very close to each other, is called a nucleated settlement. Such settlements are usually found in plains where the conditions of buildings are ideal. This type of settlement is found at the junction of the transport route. It may also grow around an important building. Such a place of worship may be the post office of a village. Dispersed settlement, a settlement in which buildings are located far apart, is called a dispersed or scattered settlement. Such settlements are often found in mountainous or densely forested regions. They are also found where farmlands occupy larger areas. Linear settlement, a linear settlement in which the buildings are located in a line, is called a linear settlement. Such settlements are found along a road or a river or along the shore of a lake. Locating places on topographic map. To locate places on a map, a grid is often drawn on a map. A grid is a net of lines that form cells like a graph paper. A place on the map can be located by knowing the cell in which it lies. Topographic maps cover much smaller area. Most of them cover less than 1 degree of latitude and longitude. Hence, in this line, there are not enough meridians or parallels to form a grid. So, vertical, north-south and horizontal, east-west lines are drawn to form the grid. These lines are drawn in red and each is known by a 2-digit number, eastings and northing. The bottom left southwestern corner of a topographic map is taken as the starting point for numbering the grid lines drawn on the map. The vertical lines are drawn east of this line and are called the easting. The horizontal lines are drawn north of this point and are called the northings. Interpretation of topographical map. On a topographical map, the height of land is shown by various types of marking such as spot heights and contours. Spot heights. The height of any particular point is called the spot height. On a topographic map, a spot height is shown by a black dot marking the spot and a number give the height of the spot above the sea level. Contour. A contour is an imaginary line joining places which have the same height above the sea level. Ridge. A ridge is a long, narrow, steep-sided highland. A ridge has several peaks, especially if it is a chain of hills joined at the base. The contours representing a ridge are closely spaced. Their values increases towards the center. The inner contours represent the peak. Valley. A contour pattern representing a river valley resembles the letter V with the narrow end pointing towards higher end. The river flows from the narrow end towards the wider end. With this, I am ending today's class. Goodbye.